Since acknowledging this publicly, we had countless phone calls, texts, emails from prior students saying that they wish they could be here, but they can't. I've never met a more dedicated family that has devoted much of their free time to our students and community. They're always here, even after they retire, work countless hours, and always go above and beyond. If they're not seen here working on costumes, taking stages, organizing and designing a set, they are here supporting our students. And I'm proud to say that we've known and worked together for 22 years. Thank you, Chuck and Diane, for all you've given us. And these are the reasons that we dedicate this space in your honor to celebrate your legacy.
My name is Kay May, and I'm a 12th grader, and I've been working with Irwin since 7th grade. And I just want to say it's a huge honor to share some memories of my time working with them tonight. And like I said, I've been in their shows since 7th grade. The Dake years with Mrs. Irwin as the director, and the high school years with her costuming us. And Mr. Irwin was always there making our incredible sets through both those sets of years. So we really appreciate those sets. Those are, yeah, I've seen sets outside of school, but I'm proud to say that the ones inside my public school were a lot better than some of the ones I've seen outside.
I do stage crew, so this is not my cup of tea. But I met the Irwins about 6 years ago, and about 1.5 feet shorter when I joined stage crew in 7th grade. At the time, I thought nothing of it. Mr. Irwin seemed like an alright person, and I thought stage crew was pretty cool, so I stuck with it. Over time, even in that first year, I began to recognize how amazing of a person Mr. Irwin really was. He may seem grumpy to most, but once you get to know him, you see the passion that he holds not only for the productions, but for the school itself and keeping this program going. After my first year of stage crew and running crew, Mr. Irwin saw that I was really intrigued by the technical side of stage crew. And by the next show, I was running lights in the booth, and since then, my high school career has been mostly theater. Without him pushing me to help with more stuff, never would I have discovered this passion inside of me for this kind of stuff. As all stage crew members can agree on, the skill of stage crew wasn't the only thing we were taught, but also how to work together, communicate better, and form a community you would never see outside of a high school club.
Hello, I'm Maddie Quinlan. I first got the pleasure of working with the Irwins when I was in 7th grade. It was my first musical, and I kind of just followed my other friends there because I didn't really know what it was. It was Annie, so I had no clue what theater was or like even how it worked. But Mrs. Irwin worked as director for that show, and as soon as I stepped into those doors, you were drawn to her, like you knew this was the woman in charge. Like don't even try to mess with her or anything. She's always had that kind of presence that demands respect, and I've always given it to her because obviously she deserves it. And she puts every ounce of passion into costuming us and working with us, and she's just an amazing person to be around. I speak for all seniors, I think, when I say that we're all extremely honored to do our last show in the Irwin Center, so thank you.
I'm just going to stand here for about 5 more seconds and let Chuck get a little more nervous about what I'm about to say. I don't want to brag or anything, but I kind of feel like I'm the luckiest guy in this room right now. When I went to school here, I got to learn from them. And now that I'm grown up, kind of, I get to create with them. And let me tell you, getting a chance to create theater and art with these two has been one of the greatest privileges of my life, honestly. I'm not going to talk much more because I will lose it. So there are some things that just need to be sung. I've had this idea for about 10 years. Little ditty about Chuck and Diane, two Irondequoit kids growing up where the water meets the land. Chuck is gonna be a stage crew star. Diane sewing seams for the stage loves theater so far. The kids got involved here, that's how their journey did begin. Chuck helped with the building of the set and he got pulled in. They hear Chucky's got a wife who makes costumes with ease. Then Diane got pulled in too and the rest is history. Oh yeah, the shows go on. Diane and Chuck staying late after everyone is gone. Oh yeah, the shows go on. Chuck working with the wood and paint, Diane working with chiffon. Chucky sits back, looks at his lights for a moment, scratches his head and changes all the blues to green. Diane's watching too. She asks him why he went and did that. Chuck yells back, Diane, let me worry about the sheen. Oh yeah, the shows go on. Chuck and crew keep building sets for the cast to stand upon. Oh yeah, the shows go on. Diane, she loves that show where the ugly duck's a swan. It's called Honk. It's actually really good. Uh-oh. Fiddler on the Roof, not again. Sure, the show is great, but pick a new one now and then. At the time, number 16, I think it's run its course. No disrespect to Tevye or his poor shoeless horse. Oh yeah, the shows go on. Here's to the two who we've depended upon. A plan for the future's drawn. Here within these walls, their legacy lives on. Little ditty about Chuck and Diane. You've made your marks, lit so many sparks. Love, your number one fan. That's me.
Yeah. I'm not as smart as Rob. I know I'm going to lose it. This has been incredible. The sheer number of people that are here tonight, to me, it's like my whole past coming back. It's really amazing. I don't know if you know this, but there is actually a sign. I talked to a few people, and people were so anxious to get in and talk, and they may not have seen it. It's gorgeous, so check it out on the way out. It looks really good. When I was a new teacher, I used to hang out with the cagey old veterans after school on Friday. We'd get together, and we'd read poetry. On a Friday afternoon. And stuff. One day, I was talking with the wisest of us all, our queen. Her name was Janina Litvinus. Right? You know, you still have nightmares about her. She was a legendary AP English teacher. She was Lithuanian and the wisest and frankly the most intimidating person I'd ever met. I was struggling because I needed to take a day off for some reason, and I was feeling really guilty about it, whether I should do it. So she leans over to me with those bright eyes and that all-knowing half smile of hers, and she says to me, James, that's what she always called me, James, they are not going to erect a statue for you in the courtyard when you leave. I've never forgotten that story. I did take the day off. And in fact, I got the last laugh when I received my 25-year brick. The inscription on it is in French, but it says, "This is my statue."
All right.
But it's not really true, is it? Once in a while, we do build a statue to certain people. Gordon Allen has a field. Our Connaughton has a gym. Reuben Dake has a whole freaking school. I don't even know who he is. So, what sets them apart? What makes them so special that they need to be an indelible presence in our district? And by the way, why do we wait until they're dead till we do it? I don't have an answer to the second question, but I got my answer to the first one a couple of years ago when East Irondequoit renamed the Durand Eastman Auditorium after my father. For most of his 34-year career, he lived in that auditorium, innovating, creating magic for students there. And it was there that it hit me like a ton of bricks. That's Chuck and Diane Irwin. If there's anyone who has owned our performing arts spaces, making magic in them for literally decades, it's them. They almost literally built this center and the complex around it from the ground up. You see, this space was a lecture hall with tiered seating, wooden seats with those fold-down desktops, all bolted to the floor, and 2 book closets. You remember books? One to help. Little Stevie Irwin, that's his dad Chuck, who had only a little theater experience in high school, but a background in engineering, and he answered the call. Diane, who knew how to sew, and couldn't bear to be away from her beloved husband. Volunteered to help with the costumes. They had been involved in the shows when they were in high school here in 40s? 50s? Oh, 70s. So they were happy to come and help their children create similar memories, even after working full days at their real jobs. The show was a hit. Jim worked hard to build and expand our program, adding another play in the spring, much to the chagrin of our resident history curmudgeons, whose classroom we were invading. The following year, we started producing 4 shows a year, and soon after that, we had 4 theater classes with performances of their own as well. We now had a bona fide program, and then, a mere 5 years after he arrived, Jim moved back to where he came from, and he handed the reins of our young program to me. That's when my love affair with the Irwins began. Chuck became the technical director. Diane became our head costumer. Like all love affairs, we laughed a lot, cried a little, and also bickered. Mostly about everything. It went something like this. Todd Lilly would choose a musical. I would tell Chuck. Actually, I'd make Diane tell him. I didn't want me yelling at. And then he'd yell at me anyway, saying that it was impossible, it was going to cost too much, and that I was trying to kill him. And then he would create absolutely incredible sets and hand me a bill for $100. I'm pretty sure he's still using the same wood he bought for increasingly clear that we needed our own space. Jeff Crane, our beloved principal at the time and an avid supporter of our program, saw an opportunity during our major capital project renovation in 2002-2003 to convert this lecture hall into a legit black box theater. Excuse me. And to create a scene shop for Chuck and his crews to work, as well as a space for current show costumes and props for Diane. I was asked to help design the space and identify equipment that was needed. So I went right to Chuck, who was the real mastermind. And many of you have your own favorite stories about the Irwins, which you will no doubt share at our reception in the Commons, so gratefully sponsored by our PTSA. And maybe even continue to share at Murph's after that. Great place to read poetry. The sheer number of people that have come here tonight, some from many miles away, some from jobs in professional theater, to celebrate their legacy, is a testament to the impact that this couple has made on our students, our program, and our community. Passion, dedication, selfless sacrifice, longevity, and extraordinary service, all for our kids and our program. That is legacy, and that is why Chuck and Diane Irwin, this, almost made it. This is your statue.
This was the second one I did with the Irwins.
Second show.
2001.
Back in 2001, the last show we did before renovation. So they're going to be performing a number from Curtains, which was the only high school musical that Diane also directed. So from Curtains, show people, ladies and gentlemen, the IHS Chorale.
You're a special kind of people known as show people. You live in a world of your own. The audience be plenty to sit there and clap, hearing you sing, watching you tap. Did you know your dentist longs to be in show business? Window washer wants to be a star, and though your analyst may never catch it that way, you don't know how lucky you are.
Some policemen and detectives dream of show business. They can't get arrested, but still they sit around the station and fancy this life. They treasure on clothes and share back a knife.
Ask your cleaning lady, don't you dream of show business? You vocalize and stretch beside a bar. Her apartment is young and she shampoos you wrong, but you know how lucky you are. There's a special kind of aura around a show person. Just ask the next waiter you meet. He walks in fifth position, his voice is just grand. He gives you the check, you give him a hand. It's the Poison Valley party to show business. They could sell a higher ticket for your car. And our tree surgeon now started drinking over. Don't you know how lucky you are? We're a special kind of people known as show people. We live in a world of our own. Our days are tied to curtains, they rise and they fall. We're born every night at half hour call. We can't picture being anything but show people. So millions find the whole thing quite bizarre. But that hum in our hearts as we watch the sun knows us know how lucky we are. Come on, everybody! It's an honor and a joy to be in show business. I feel that spotlight hits me and I'm gone. At the last curtain call, by the end we all saw it all. The show must go on. Show people and all. Show people and all. Show people go on.
What a fabulous event. I mean, we talk about, legacy. Obviously, here tonight, hearing the stories, you think about how that comes to be And it's not why we do it as educators, right? But this is why we do it, right? The people, the influence, you know, the inspiration that we can provide. And watching you, I stand up here and I'm just awestruck. You know, this is phenomenal. And they wanted to find an appropriate way to celebrate your impact on that. And I think they did it tonight. I just want to give them a Why don't you guys come up here, please? We have a special gift to you on behalf of the district. I do want to have the three that I mentioned come up because you were an instrumental part of tonight, right? And to be a part of this, it's so lovely, right? I want to invite your family up. I am tall. Get up here.
Come on, Barry. Go, Barry.
You're active right now. Into an institution, right? You look around, and it's easy to spot the bedrock. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, right? You walk into West Irondequoit, you know what the bedrock is in this institution. It's like, it just jumps out at you. And music and theater was absolutely that when I started. The legacy that they stand for and stand behind, you know? And that's what I wanted to be a part of. And so we did that, you know? But as part of that, I don't want to miss an opportunity to call Jeff Crane up here as well. So Jeff, come on up. Please. So we heard the story. You know, you listen to the people. And Jeff was smart enough to know when he heard that, we got to do this. Found a way to make it happen, right? I don't want to miss the opportunity to thank you because without that support, we wouldn't when we read the plaque tonight and we present this to the Irwins, the key word is devotion. You know, that's what takes it to the next level. Right? You can be dedicated to something, but when you have that passion, when you're connected to the heart, right? That's what takes you to that devotion. And I just want to thank you on behalf of the whole community of Irondequoit. I think I speak for everyone. Thank you so much for your dedication, for the love, you know, for just the energy. So thank you for everything you've done. Irwin Center for the Performing Arts, dedicated January 10, 2023. In appreciation and honor of your unparalleled devotion to our performing arts program for many, many years, through your love of theater and of young people, you have touched the lives of generations of West Irondequoit students and have left an indelible mark on our program. Let this center stand as an homage to your legacy of the standard of quality that you have set for West Irondequoit Performing Arts. You set the stage for our Eagles to spread their wings and fly. Once again, let's give a round of applause.
There's not enough words to say how we thank you for being a part of our lives also. I mean, if it wasn't for all the people that we've worked with, you know, it just wouldn't be what it is today. So everybody's, I'm very bad at speaking. You know, I can sell food. We can have sausage, but again, I don't know. I can't speak for my wife, but we really appreciate all you have done for us, also.
Absolutely. Little did I know, and I know that many of you also came to freshman orientation many years ago in this very space, which looked totally different. When we were 14-ish years old. Who knew? Who knew? But yet, we found our people, our family, and we are very grateful to have you in our lives. And we will continue to keep you in our lives. And thank you so very much.